So, like, I knew all that, but I also knew that, like, I needed to be happy. Like, I wasn't happy. Like, when you live and you go home and you're by yourself and you start thinking about stuff, like...
And you still feel alone, kind of thing.
Produced by Wizla.
All right, let's do this.
What the hell was that? You're in court? Clinking.
All right, do our intro. We're still gonna do our intro.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl,
Jae&Fuey.
And today we're gonna be doing what?
So,
What we gonna
this
be
is
doing?
kind of a story time. I'm gonna be talking about my breakup. So, I'm pretty sure everyone knows. I was in a relationship for 8 years.
Sheesh.
And we just recently broke up.
Comment below your longest relationship. Let us know.
Let us know your longest relationship. So, I'll start off by saying like a little background story, like how we got together and all that. So, we were both in high school. I was 16, he was 18, and we started dating. You know, at first it's at like that stage where it's like the honeymoon stage.
The
puppy love, honeymoon stage. So everything was good. Like it was
and it was
fun.
high school, so like, you know,
yeah,
you didn't see each other all the time.
Word, yes. So it was fun, you know. I'm not gonna lie, there's like a lot of bumps in the road, like throughout the 8 years, but even in the beginning there was probably bumps in the road, but not big bumps, just
I mean, what relationship
downs.
is perfect though? You know what
exactly.
I mean? It just happens.
And like that's why, you know, I stayed for so long through all the ups and downs, because, you know, you just think to yourself like, well, people can change, like
Shit
people
happens.
can change and things happen, right? And I just thought like all relationships go through this, like this is what a relationship is, you go through a lot of ups and downs.
Especially being young too.
Yeah. There was a lot of infidelity, I'm not gonna lie. It was mostly just him, like small stuff. Not small, but you know, like him messaging girls or like stuff like that. And like I would find myself like having to hit up girls a lot and getting like so out of character, like having to message girls like, yo, you talking to him, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. Like it was crazy. But there was like two major
Sips tea.
there was like two major incidents. I remember one time in high school, a girl came up to me in the bathroom and was like, yeah, like I'm messing with your boyfriend, pretty much.
I wasn't there for this. I wasn't in the bathroom for this occasion.
I think I was a senior, so I think you were out. I don't think you were in school anymore.
Really?
I think so. So
I'm gonna be eating snacks. Sorry.
that was one major incident. And with that incident, I never found out the truth. Like, you know, people are gonna deny. So I never found out the truth. And then there was another major incident.
Wait, what did you say to her when she told you that?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Like, did it get heated?
And it was her and her friend, so it was like double team. I was in there by myself.
Yeah.
And I think I was just like, what? Like, I was just like, are you serious?
Confused, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't like hostile or anything towards her. I was just like, are you serious? And I walked out, called him like immediately as I left the bathroom, yelling in the hallways of school.
I can imagine you.
That shit was crazy. And then there was another incident. I won't go into detail about it, but like that was like a hard time. Like I found myself having to explain my position like in my man's life to another girl.
Yeah, like your role.
Yeah. Like I had to talk to another woman about my man, like, and he would never understand like what that did to me. Like that was,
I don't think guys really.
Yeah, you can't understand what that does to somebody. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and bash him the whole time. I'm not gonna act like I was like Angel, Little Miss Angel.
Yeah, because y'all had a lot of good times.
Yeah.
Would you say more good than bad, or? I mean, probably more good than bad, because why would you say?
Yeah, more good than bad. But what I'm saying is I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm innocent. Like, I did my dirt. Nothing physical, you know, but nonetheless, it was me hiding stuff, and it was wrong. But that one thing I did Like, that was held over my head for so long, and it was, like, made into this huge deal because it was the one thing I did wrong, you know? And people want to, when you're not used to being the victim, you want to cling to being the victim so bad. So
yeah,
it was really
and
held over my head, and it like really messed me up, messed with my head.
I did.
So,
I basically ain't see her for like a whole summer.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it was a lot of good and bad times. He had gotten me a promise ring, like with our kids' names on it. I don't know if maybe he got it for me just because I begged for it for so long, or he got it for me because he really like meant it. But after the promise ring, there was still cheating. So the promise ring meant nothing. Like, even though it had our names engraved in it, it meant nothing, you know.
And it had y'all children, like the names that y'all.
That's what I'm saying. It had our future kids' names engraved in it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we loved each other, but there was no trust, like on both ends, no trust. So how does a relationship work with no trust at all? We made it work, but it was always like a question, like always we're questioning each other. It was a lot of like mental abuse. It was a lot of controlling going on. So like I said, a lot of good and a lot of bad. But you know, regardless of like all the things he did and all that, he would still be like, I love you, like I want you to be the mother of my kids, like all this stuff. But like, words are one thing. Like,
she doesn't have kids, by the way.
I don't have kids. Words are one thing. Like, anybody can say anything. I could tell you anything under the world, like, but actions are another thing. Like, so when people show you actions of things, like, believe it. Don't believe like, I love you, I care about you, you're my family. Don't believe all. Believe the actions.
Actions speak louder than words.
But I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know that he loved me. I know for a fact he loved me. I know for a fact he wanted me to eventually be the mother of his kids, and I know he wanted me to be his wife. I'm 100% sure of it. But it's like he wanted to have his cake too, and he couldn't get it right. He couldn't get it together. Like, so at a point in our relationship, I would probably say this was January of this year, I was like questioning myself, like, yo, is this really who I'm meant to be with? Like, is this really who, like, who I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with? Like,
yeah, that you want to.
Yeah. Like, is this what I deserve? Like, to be with somebody who has cheated on me all these times, there's no trust, all this stuff. Like, I was really battling with that in my head, like, questioning myself.
Which is normal.
Yeah, and I had a conversation with Jerica about it. We had a whole conversation about it. Like, I was really battling with that.
And I told her, yo, do what you gotta do.
Right.
Your happiness comes first. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love them together and everything. Like, when this all happened, I was like, yo, what? And I was rooting for the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, like, I would find myself thinking about, like, yo, what if we get an apartment right now? And what if I regret it? Like, wait, no, I don't know. I would find myself saying to myself, like, if he proposed today right now, I would say no. Like,
really?
I would, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I would find myself having all those thoughts, you know? And I actually told him about it. I told him how I was feeling, and it was a pointless conversation. Pretty, like, long story short, it was a pointless conversation. So, you know, I was confused for a while. I started to see a therapist. I went to see her mostly about school at first, but then it turned into mostly about him.
Like,
so I would talk to her. I talked to her about my relationship and all this stuff. And so.
Do you feel like it was helping you, or?
It helped me a lot.
Like, put stuff into realization kind of thing?
It put all the thought, like, I would spill out and tell her everything, and she would be like, so this is what it seems like you want to do. So it made me come to that conclusion, like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So.
But you don't think, she didn't, like, put it, like, she didn't make the decision
put it in my
for
head.
you?
No.
Okay.
She definitely didn't put it in my head. Okay. It's just, like, my thoughts couldn't be together enough for me to come up with, okay, this is what I need to do. Right. So, you know, she was like, it sounds like you need a break. And when she said that, like, it scared me. Like, it really scared me. Like, I started to think about, what? Like, a break? Like, how? What am I going to do every day? Like, you know, my routine was go to his house at 8 o'clock, sleep, Netflix and chill, sleep, wake up, both get ready for work. Like, that was, like, a routine I've been used to for years. So, that shit scared me. I was like, what? A
You
break? Like,
think
what
of
am I
a
gonna
break,
do?
you just get scared immediately. You're like, oh my god, everything's gonna change. Like, you don't know what could happen on a break.
Yeah, it made me nervous, and it made me sad. Like, what? A break? I don't know how to go about that. We never took a break before. So we decided, we decided, me and my therapist, but it was my decision to do the break. But so, like, the thought in my head was, this is either gonna make or break us. Like, the break is either gonna make me be like, damn, what? No, I can't live without this man. Like,
yeah,
nah.
It's the love of your life.
Yeah, or it was gonna make me be like, I'm good. Like, that's it. So I told him that I wanted a break. I let him know that I wanted a break. But in my mind, and also talking to my therapist, like, I wanted a break for a good 5 months. And honestly, I never voiced that to him.
Which I told her, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's fair.
And that's, I'll get into that too. But, so that was in my head. I was like, 5 months. But I didn't voice that to him. I didn't tell him that I was thinking that long. So after a week of us already not talking, he wanted to already talk again. And I'm like, no, what? It's been a week. Like, I need my space. Like, a break means space. We don't talk to each other, you know?
Which you kind of didn't understand, because Natalie was, like, on a different level already.
Right.
She was already thinking of this as far as, like,
this was already March. This was March already. So from January to March, I had these feelings, you know? So he kept contacting me, whatever. And then after maybe, like, a week and a half, like, I just, like, sat with myself and I was like, I don't know about a break. Like, I think I need to be done because, one, like Jerica said, like, that wasn't fair for me to expect somebody to wait around 5 months for me to decide if I even want to be with them or not. Like, let's say in 5 months I was like, actually, no. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So I was just like, what? Like, imagine if that was me. Somebody did that to me. He did that to me. Like, no, that's messed up. So, and also after a week and a half, I found myself, like, a weight was lifted off my shoulders. Like, a mountain was lifted off my shoulders. I felt, like, relieved. I felt at peace. Like, I didn't have to fight with somebody all the time. I didn't, like, a lot of different things. So
yeah, like, you don't have to answer to somebody.
Right. So that week and a half made me realize, like, no, actually, like, I need to just be done. So I told him that. I told him, like, it just needs to be done. So, you know, obviously he didn't take that well. He was really hurt and stuff. There was no one else. Like, there was nobody that I was cheating with, nobody that made me want to do this. My therapist didn't make me want to do this. Another person didn't make me want to do this. Like, this was all me. Like, I had been having these conversations, like, with myself. Like, nobody influenced me, nothing.
Yeah, like, she literally came to me and she told me about it. Like, I wasn't like, Nat, you know, do you think that this, that, and the third? No, I just let her vent to me. Like, there was nobody else. There was nothing that happened. Like, whenever anybody hears that we broke up, they're like, what happened? Like, especially because it's been for so long, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just like, nothing happened. And what happened was that I fell out of love. Like, that's just what happened. Just, like, just wanted to be to yourself. Yeah, and I don't know. I was changing. My head was changing. Everything was changing. Which I think is also fair, because, like, can you imagine being with someone that you don't love, and then you're putting them through that? Yeah. Like, dragging him along. I should add that. Because that's not fair. I was, like, I found myself being mean, like, for no reason mean to him, and that's not fair at all. Like, yeah. So that was another thing. I didn't want to keep being mean to somebody, like, knowing what I'm feeling deep down inside. And, you know. So I heard this quote, and it was, like, the desire to leave became greater than the will to stay. And that's like, good that's really powerful. What it was. Like, I wanted so bad to, like, just, like, clear my mind of that. Like, just move on from that. Yeah. Like, you know, I knew I loved him, and, like, we had planned all this stuff, family, like, kids, all that stuff. A future. Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm about to start crying? Stop, because then I'm going to start, Natalie, don't do it, because I'm going to start crying in here. know. Oh, my God, I didn't even get napkins, so I didn't think that was going to happen. I was about to pull that. I saw that, too. I was about to do that, too. So, like, I knew all that, but I also knew that, like, I needed to be happy. Like, I wasn't happy. Like, yeah. When you live and you go home and you're by yourself and you start thinking about stuff, like, and you still feel alone, kind of thing. You just, like, that's not happiness. And honestly, I tried so hard to get that out of my head. Like, I even prayed about it.
get that out of your head. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Like you guys are gonna be
just
happy.
Like a phase.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a little phase that was happening, but I couldn't get it out of my head. Like I was trying literally from March to July. We broke up on Monday. It's gonna make 6 weeks since we broke up.
Damn.
So
that shit flew.
I know.
It was just yesterday. It was like a week ago.
So from March to July, like that was heavy on my mind. Like I would be stressed out. Like,
and that's not healthy.
Yeah.
That's not healthy.
So, I don't think that he realized or like ever even thought that I would like leave, like get the strength to leave, or even not even get the strength to leave. I don't think he ever thought that I would get to that point where I'm fed up.
Yeah.
And I always like read about stories where people are like, when a woman's fed up, like, you know, that type of stuff.
Breaking point.
Yeah, like you reach your breaking point.
Because sometimes you really don't even know yourself, like when is enough, like when is enough.
Yeah, right. So when I did it, you know, well, I didn't talk to my friends and tell them that I was gonna do it, because I didn't really want to tell a lot of people how I was feeling, because I just felt messed up. Like, I'm gonna tell all my friends and he's not gonna know. The person that's in the relationship with me is not gonna know. So I kind of kept it to myself. When I did it, like a lot of my friends were shocked and, where's this coming from? Like, what happened? Like that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my friends thought, not that I was heartless, but I wasn't like thinking about him. Like, you thought that, right?
What?
Like I wasn't being sensitive enough to him.
I think once the situation broke out, and like the whole break situation shit, like I felt like that wasn't, like I felt like you weren't being fair.
Right.
Like, I don't think he was being fair.
But even when he was like being sad and stuff, and I would be like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, nah. I was like, you have to definitely put yourself in his shoes, because the thing is that she had this in her head already. Like,
exactly.
She was already going through these emotions. She was already going through these changes. It just hit him out. It didn't hit him out of the blue, because she already gave him not a warning, but she told him like she felt some type of way about it, and he should have taken more into consideration. Like, yo, she's not playing, whatever, blah blah. And then, like, you know, I was like, yeah, you know what? But you still got to put yourself in his shoes, because, like, what if it was, like, you know, you was him and he was you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to be, you know, be sitting in the freaking, like, oh, my God, like, what's going on? Why is she being so mean? Da-da-da.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely was like, nah, you got to be more.
So yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, a lot of people thought, not that I was heartless, but I wasn't being considerate. But it was so hard, because, you know, I had been already thinking about that and going through it since January. And then I tried till March. So then March again, it got brought back up in my head. Like,
so she was, like, just fed up.
It was such a strong feeling for so long. Like, I was hurting by myself for so long in my head and battling with it for so long in my head, that when it finally happened, it wasn't sad for me. Like, it was a mountain lifted off my shoulders, like I said.
It was more so like something like a relief, rather than like sorrow and like like mourning, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I think he was just ready.
Yeah,
I think ready.
I was ready for that. Like, after all those months of not knowing what I'm gonna do, like going back and forth with what I'm gonna do, when I finally made a decision, it was like, oh my god, like a sigh, like a breath of fresh air, like, you know. So this isn't a video at all to like bash him or talk about like the things I did and things he did and all that stuff. It's more like a video of like
why you guys broke up,
like encouragement. Why we broke up, but also like to help people. Like, if anybody's going through this, like you gotta put your happiness first. Like, obviously I loved him. I was in love with him. Like, we knew each other's we were family. We knew each other's family. We were really in each other's lives. 8 years. Like, imagine 8 years with somebody.
Like, you grew up with that person.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
Grew up
we
with
grew
that
up
person.
together. So imagine all that. And you think about all that and you get scared and stuff, but you have to put your happiness first. Like, you can't just be like, let me stick it out. Like, yeah, sometimes you do stick it out and sometimes it works, but if you try and like it's not working, it's not working. And obviously, like, it's scary. Like, change is very scary. Like,
oh yeah, very scary. A lot of people deal with it well, but there's people that don't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
And what was hard for me, one of the hardest things for me was like knowing that I was about to break somebody's heart. Like, after this, I kind of feel like it's harder to break up with somebody than it is like to be the one that's broken up with. Like, I don't know if that sounds crazy, but that's how I feel. Like, it is, because you know you're about to break somebody's heart. Obviously, no matter what he did.
And then you got to think about how to do it.
Right.
Or how to say it.
And it's like, no matter what he did, I still know that he loved me, and I was about to break his heart. And I don't know, I guess it wasn't completely off guard, because I told him from January how I was feeling and stuff.
Yeah.
But in March, he had decided that he wanted to, like, change and, like, turn over a new leaf and all this stuff. So he probably thought that I was like, wow, good.
Yeah, like, she changed.
And that's another thing. Like, after, like, when he said that, you would think that I would have been like, wow, like, yes, he's gonna change. Like, I believe this. Like, I'm into this. Like, yes, finally. But when he said that, I was just like
it's too late kind of
whatever.
thing. That's what she felt like.
I didn't even, like, at first I didn't think that. When he said that, I was just like, that's
you gotta
cool.
see it to believe it kind of thing.
And I would be like, whatever. And I'll give it a week. And then once a week was good, I'll give it 2 weeks. I'll give it a month. Like, I kept doing that. But I didn't.
Like, pushing it off.
Yeah. And then once I realized that he was changing and I still wasn't happy is when I was like, yo, maybe, like, it's just too late for that. Like, it's too late for that. 8 years later and you want to change, like, it was late. And I was going through bad shit in my head. Like, I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, I'm 25 years old. Like, what about kids? Like, I remember when I was younger, I would say I wanted kids at 24. I don't want that anymore. But still, you know, I want to be not a young mom, but I want to be like 27.
Not an old ass mom either.
Right. I want to be like 27 having my kids, and I'm like, damn, I'm 25. So, like, when am I gonna have kids? Like,
you felt like your clock or your clock was like running out.
And I'm like, we knew each other our whole lives. Like, what if I never find someone else? Like, what if I get into another relationship and it's just like this one? Like, it was all the what ifs playing in my mind. And I'm like, but the biggest thing was me saying, like, I'm 25. Like, when am I gonna have my kids? Like, now I have to start all over with somebody and, like, start that whole process and stuff. Like, about it was a kid.
Stop.
It was a kid thing for real. But that's fine. Like, it's fine to like have all those thoughts and think about all the possibilities in your head, and it's fine for me because, like, I'm so happy with the decision that I made. Like, at the end of the day, I know in my heart I made the right decision.
For yourself,
right?
For yourself.
When I was going into it and, like, planning on how to do it, where to do it, what to say, like, I was like, what if I'm making the mistake? But now it's been 6 weeks. And I'm totally fine. Like, I'm getting emotional because, you know, thinking back on stuff.
Yeah, and you're actually talking about it.
Right. But I'm good. I'm really good with my decision. Like, just, like, find somebody who's going to change for you. Like, and not somebody who's going to change for you after 8 years. Like, you're worth much more than that. Like, and shit, find somebody that you don't even have to wait to change. They come into the relationship and they're a good person,
somebody.
A good man, a good woman. Like, don't feel like it's so annoying to have to think that you have to, like, change somebody or you have to build them. Like, yeah, I think I can change him. Like, no, that sucks. Like, just.
But I'm gonna disagree right there because I think it's different when you grew up with somebody.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say.
Not that you mold them, but, like,
you mold each other. You
guys are like you guys grew up to, like, you guys grew up with each other. You know what you guys like about each other, what you guys dislike. So you guys like made, like, you guys. I don't know how to, like, word it because I don't want to say, like, I molded you because that's wrong to say.
And obviously at 16 and 18 you're immature, so we got together at that age. I'm not gonna expect him to be like, come on,
and you're
be
growing
a man.
into this figure, and you guys are like building each other for each other kind of thing.
And that's one of my biggest advice. Like, I know there's a lot of people who, like, be with their high school sweetheart and are together for a long time, but one of the things that I feel like don't get into a serious relationship at 16. Like, it works out for some people, don't get me wrong, but it's just, like, it's a distraction, it's stress, it's a lot of things that come into play with it. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a learning experience. Like, sometimes I sit and think about, damn, like, that's 8 years of my life that I wasted. Like, 16 to now, I'm about to be 25 in January. Like, that was such a long time.
Don't say wasted.
And I was gonna correct myself. Like, but it's not a waste. Like, that was a lesson.
Yeah, definitely learned.
That was a huge lesson, a good experience. Like, now I know what to expect and allow, and what not to expect and allow.
Yeah.
And I don't hate him. No bad.
I definitely think it'll be
feelings.
harder for other relationships for you. Like if someone else comes along, because you ain't gonna be able to take no shit from nobody. You're gonna be like, look, I'm
not taking any shit, and I have trust issues. Like, and I always said to myself, like, I don't want to be that person that brings my trust issues into another relationship, but I already know that's gonna happen, because.
But I think that's normal. Like, I feel like it's normal. It's stuff that people go through. You can't just not expect someone to not have trust issues.
Right. We're older now, so it's like probably everybody has freaking trust issues now. And I will never be that girl that's like, fuck love, like, fuck niggas,
mad miserable,
fuck everybody. Like, I will never be that person. I love love. Like, I love hearing about other people who are in love. I love hearing about cute shit. I do. Mm-hmm. I really love love, and I will always root for love. Like,
love is love.
At the end of the day, no matter what, even if I'm single and miserable, I'll be like, yo, tell me cute ass stories about you and your boyfriend. Yeah. Like, I want to know, like, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so should we address the song?
I think we gotta address the song.
So, I mean, it's like, we're not huge YouTubers, so mostly Stanford people are gonna be watching this. So most people know about.
We got our cities. Cities.
So he made a song about me,
which I was surprised about.
Yeah.
Did you expect it? Not what the song's about, but did you expect it?
A little bit.
Cause he's like a rapper.
Yeah, so I expected it a little bit, but. I don't know. It didn't make me mad, but it just made,
I didn't. Shit.
No, you didn't expect it? Mm-mm. It's just like, I feel like he's painting it out to be like, I just left somebody that loved me and.
That you cheated on him?
Yeah. Like, no, there was no cheat. Like, don't make me look crazy, because I'm not. Like, a lot of people can vouch for me. A lot of people knew what he was doing. And while I was good, like, I made one mistake, but I was good. Mm-hmm. Like, I was solid as hell, and people know that. So don't try to paint me as one way when I'm not one way.
Yeah.
No. When I left this relationship, I wasn't talking to anybody.
You had a clean conscience.
I was good. Like, I was not doing any of that mess. I was not being messy. I was not doing nothing. I left the relationship because I wanted to leave, not because anybody put it in my head, not because I was with somebody, nothing of that nature.
And also, when you're tied down, not tied, because you don't want to feel tied down in a relationship, but when you're in a relationship for so long, and, like, you guys have... I don't want to make it sound like a relationship is horrible, but you guys have boundaries and stuff that you don't want to cross, whatever, and you do stuff, you don't do stuff to your partner out of respect. Like, sometimes you just want to break free, like, like she's doing now. She's doing stuff now that she didn't experience while she was in a relationship, because of respect of being in a relationship. Now that you're not in a relationship, like, she wants to try new things, you know what I'm saying? Like,
living
who doesn't?
My life. Like,
who doesn't?
Just living my life. Like, he said in the song something about, am I drinking or smoking now? Like, I'm just living my life.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not
Smoke
me.
a little bit, drink a little bit. You know, fuck
And that's
here.
not anybody putting in my head that I need to do it, anybody being a bad influence. Like, this is me. Like,
yes, I'm not a bad influence, okay?
Like,
I'm an angel.
This is just what I'm trying to do. Like, I wasn't able to do a lot of things. Like, this sounds like I'm hoeing around. I'm not
hoeing around. We're not.
Not that
Take that
out.
Take that out. We're not talking about that.
Not that type of living my life and having fun.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I'm living like I'm about to be 25 years old, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I'm living like a 24-year-old right now. That's it. So, like, that's it. In the song, he said, like, know your worth, like, you're a star. Like,
I'm sorry, but I was about to say, I'm sorry, but you didn't treat it like that.
You didn't treat it like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he compliments me every day. You're beautiful, you look good, blah, 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 all this stuff. But you didn't know my worth, because if you did, like, you wouldn't have cheated and risked us, like, not being together and stuff. So, like, how can you say that now?
And, like, I get it. People make mistakes. Like, it happens. No one's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, it happens, whatever. Like, but still, like, practice what you preach, or don't preach it at all.
Right. So yeah, that was just my side of the story, because I felt like that song was, like, painting me out to be something that I'm not, or, like, So I felt like I needed to say what I needed to say. I'm not going to be seen in a different light. Like,
As the bad
it's going to
guy
come
or
from
something.
my mouth, like what happened and everything like that. So yeah, ladies, well, guys too, know your worth. Like, know that your happiness comes first. Change is scary, but you will get through it. Like, anything that happens, you will get through it. Like, it's not, it's put in your life because you are meant to get through it, and you know how to get through it, and you're gonna come out on the other side happier.
Yeah.
And I am happier right now. Like, I feel like nothing's weighing me down. Like, I can do what I want. I don't have to answer to anybody. Like, I'm just living my life. Like, I'm living my best life.
Yeah. Living my best life.
I'm going back and forth with you, cause living my best life. So yeah, no hard feelings towards him, no hard feelings towards anybody, all y'all bitches liking and sharing. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Support your friend, cause I know people are gonna share my shit too. Well,
Support
make sure
your
you share my
local.
shit, our
I
shit.
know, for real.
But yeah, support your local YouTuber, support your local artist. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, this song was fucking whack. No, it was a good song.
Nah, it actually was a good song.
She was like, you're gonna hate me for this, but it's pretty good. Like, nah, that's fine. Like,
sorry. I mean, I'd rather just tell you.
give credit where credit is due, you know? But
Yeah.
the song was good, but it's just like, don't lie. Like, don't put me out there as one thing when we both know. Like, you know?
Mm-hmm. Especially when you ask somebody, you know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah. But
ain't no hates over here.
ain't no hate over here. I just wanted to clear my name. And that's it. So I hope this
Okay.
video was helpful.
Okay.
I hope somebody who's going through this right now clicked on this video and they were like, damn, she's right. Or like, I helped you in some way, or I helped you make that decision. Whether you want to stay or you want to leave. Like, don't let anybody make that decision for you. Don't let anybody be like, girl, you can't leave, or girl, you have to leave. Like, you need to make that decision for yourself.
Do it for yourself. Do whatever you feel.
Do everything for yourself, because like, that was a very selfish decision, but sometimes you have to be selfish. Like, that's the truth. So
I look like I'm sweating.
I know, right? We're hot.
This light.
We're hot. So we're gonna end this video here. Thank you guys for watching, and
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.
like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Don't
See
be a
how long
hater.
my hair is getting?
Yeah, she catching up to me. She's
I
catching up.
know.
Don't get hyped though, cause you still got a long way to go.
All right, guys. Oh
my god!
handshake no matter what.
Y'all
sorry,
know
I'm
I
hot.
hate when Natalie's hands
I'm
sweat.
hot. Like, what?
Like,
There's
how
no
is it
wiping it
possible?
off. Is it really sweaty though? 'Cause
Yes.
It just feels
Not
damp.
sweaty. It's like a. I don't know.
Sticky.
Like, yeah, like, you know,
Yes,
like
because I can't. I
don't
want to
know.
flip
I
my
feel
hair
like
so
it's
bad, but my
how
hands
like
are
a
sticky.
frog's
Ugh.
hand would feel. Do they have hands?
Paw? No,
No.
it's definitely not a paw. Whatever.
Web feet.
A frog's webbed feet.
What is it? I don't know what it is. Whatever.
Whatever. Deal with it. Bye, guys.